Clear Lake, Texas. On the near side of the podium, Duan Wright. Duan is a 6'2" junior from Alexandria, Louisiana. Coach, if you would, just opening comments on a game that your team made a tremendous run in the second half, but just couldn't get it closed.
Well, yeah, it's kind of indicative of our year a little bit. You know, if the game was at 30 minutes, we'll be pretty good, but it's unfortunately at 40. But, you know, I'm proud of my guys. First half, we dug ourselves quite a big hole, but then they came back and showed a lot of character, a lot of guts, and came back and tried to fight. And a couple of plays here or there, maybe it'd be a different outcome. I'd be a little happier, but, you know, we're not into sentimental wins and monumental things, but this was a rebuilding year for us in a lot of ways. You know, a lot of these young men that came here came from different places. You know, in terms of, I had one guy, which is Jordan George, played in this conference, which is one of the best in the country. I actually played in this conference, and I tell you what, I really am pleased with, you know, being gone for 15 years, what the people that have been in charge have done with the Lone Star Conference. It's a first-class operation. I just want to get the Javelins up there in the upper echelon and be a more significant player in the championship for this thing in the future.
Duan, you had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Talk a little bit about the game from your perspective.
I wanted to come out and play my heart out because I knew it could easily be our last game of the year. And we had 3 seniors. I didn't want our team to guard like this, so I played as hard as I could. Will,
8 points, 3 rebounds, a steal. How did you see the game?
I mean, I felt like Duan felt we just want to come out and play our hardest for the seniors. And also, I knew it was the last game. And on top of that, I knew I had to contribute on the team because every game, everybody on the team tried to give me a lot of confidence, saying, Will, if you do, like, get some rebounds, some buckets for us, you help us out a lot. So I just wanted to come out, do my role, and help the team get a win.
Questions for the Javelins?
Coach, did you do anything different in that second half to kind of close it in, or was it more of you just kind of chipping away at the score?
I think we were a little nervous. You know, to be real honest with you, we were a little nervous. We were a little on edge. You know, we had some guys making some uncharacteristic turnovers and things, and we just had to settle down. And at halftime, we just kind of talked about, you know, playing within yourself. You know, not let the nerves of the game get to you. And we kind of settled down and got to execute a little bit better and, you know, play with a little more fight on the defensive end. You know, they're a good team. You know, I mean, they got, you know, several Division I transfers and got some good players there, well-coached team. So our guys just had to settle in. They had to understand what they had to do, and I think they did it. I think we had them rattled there for a while. And, you know, when we cut it to 3, we drew up something, and if that would have went down, it could have been a different outcome. Could have been a different outcome.
Coach Angelo's the highest scoring team in the nation, and they have the highest scoring margin in the nation. Again, your team could have easily just settled down when you were down 20 and your team fought back, and it seemed like you made the changes, playing the full court defense, driving the ball to the hoop instead of taking the open 3. Just speak about your game plan going into the second half.
Well, you get down to this time of year, it's about winning. You know, you guys got to do what you got to do to win. You know, sometimes what you go into the game with a game plan, you may have to scrap it. And, you know, we went small. We put Jordan George at the 5. I think we put Duan at the 4. We had, you know, a lineup that could switch a lot of things, and then we wanted to just drive the ball and try to get to the free throw line to make the game, you know, shorten, not say shorten it, but make it a little longer. And it paid off. It almost paid off for us. But like I said, you know, they got a good team, well-coached team. They got to give them a lot of accolades. They haven't won, you know, the many games they won, you know, by accident. Their players made plays. You know, I played in this tournament and I won this tournament as a player, and you got to have guys that step up and make those plays, and they did a great job with it. So, you know, I wish them the best. You know, Angelo State's a first-class operation, just like everybody else in this league. And like I told you before, I just want the Javelins to get right, you know, right up there and contend for this thing in the future.
Questions? Coach, both Duan and Will mentioned 3 seniors, but the flip side of that is, off this ball club, just 3 seniors gone for next year. You've got both these youngsters coming back. Talk a little bit about the future of your program.
Well, that's a good question. You know, the future is building, and we plan on keeping the guys we have back. You know, we want to build something for longevity at Kingsville. The quick fix wasn't the route that we went. We went to just go, you know, we had 4 high school guys. We picked up a few transfers here and there, but we plan on trying to add a few more with these guys. They've tasted this. And you know, when I was at Navarro College as the head coach, we was really close a couple of years, and then once we started getting over the hump, it became a little easier. And the key in all that was having guys back, having that carryover, and then we were able to build something pretty special there. And I think that's what we can do here. You know, I'm not into wholesale change and, you know, bringing a whole bunch of people in from all over the world. I just want to keep a family culture, something that my administration and myself can be proud of, and build a family atmosphere. I can say that about these guys. You know, our record is not indicative of our character and who we are as people. We learned a lot this year, me included, but at the same time, I see where we can take all of this experience in the future and really, I say, add a couple of key pieces here or there. Need a little more size. Going to have to upgrade at the point guard spot. Add a couple of shooters, and I think we're going to be okay.
Gentlemen, you had an exciting game today. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.